is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to take a look at this guy right here. This is the Bring Arts Cloud Strife, another form variant, aka the Kingdom Hearts version of Cloud. I'm not 100% sure why they're calling him the another form variant, because I know Bring Arts has the Kingdom Hearts line. But without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this guy and see what he is about. Interestingly enough, this is only my second Bring Arts figure. The first one I'm going to show when I do the height comparison. So for this review, I want to take it into a little bit more detail and just see what he is all about. So there's the side of the box, the back of the box looking absolutely stunning, like just from the promo pictures. Final Fantasy Cloud Stripe, another form variant right there. And then the front again. So yeah, like I was saying, like just looking from like the first impressions, he is definitely a very, very beautiful figure. So let's go ahead and take him out and see what we're working with. So real quick, just want to show you guys that he does come with a stand with a base, the arm, and actually comes with 2 clips. So I think that's actually pretty cool. But I have a decent amount of stands now from other figures. So with stands, if I can leave it in the packaging and just leave it untouched, I try to do that. So for this one, it's going to stay in the packaging. So first impressions out of the box, he is without a doubt absolutely stunning. I think this dude is an absolute awesome figure, just from like not even posing him around, but just from looking at it. It is beautiful. It is a little bit biased just because I am a huge fan of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7 I did enjoy. I did enjoy that game a lot, but it's actually not my favorite. Final Fantasy 8 is actually my #1 favorite because it's the very first Final Fantasy I ever got into. And then Final Fantasy 10, I'm not sure why, but I played that game a lot and I just enjoyed the story of it. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, so just looking real quick at Cloud right here, I love his devil wing. So let me go ahead and zoom that in real quick. There you go. There you go, there you go. His wing has very, very nice detail. It has some hints of like midnight blue on the inside. And then it is a hard plastic, but then it's still kind of soft and pliable. So if you were to drop it, it wouldn't break, at least for me, because you can kind of bend it a tiny bit. I love the detailing at the very top. It's kind of pointed. The ribs on the inside are very nicely sculpted. And then moving towards the back, you can see the same midnight like navy blue shading throughout the back. And just overall, it's a very nice figure with a lot going on. So detail wise, starting off at the head, you can see his signature hair piece. It's very nice. It's very reminiscent to at least Dragon Ball, with like a lot of the lines that are in the middle. His face, it is covered by his scarf, but after messing with it, let me go ahead and pop it off right there. The bottom half is removable, so you can take that off right there. Whoops, I just dropped them. But let me go ahead and plug this back on for the review. There you go. Yeah, see, so here you have the option of taking out this little scarf piece so you can see his head a little bit better. His eyes are this nice blue. It is unfortunate that he only has a stoic face, but I mean, it is Cloud. If you guys are familiar with Final Fantasy, he pretty much is emotionless a lot of the times, or at least most of the time. His scarf and cloak piece is a very nice red. It is a kind of harder rubber, but it is also pliable and around the edges. So like right here in the very front, it is kind of stiff, but towards his arm, it is softer up top, like right here, and then on his arm, so you can bring it up and it wouldn't hinder it too much. It has nice dark shading to it all throughout, and then going to the back right here. And then he does have this alternate piece that, oops, got the wing cut, or wing caught. Has a nice alternate piece here, so it's flowing in the wind. I love the tattered detail that goes on throughout the bottom. And then the shading is similar shading to the wing, where it is like a darker black, and it's very sporadic in certain areas. Same thing goes for the inside, so it's right here mainly at the top. There is a little bit of a gap right here. It looks kind of weird, but honestly, when you're posing around and not really paying too much attention to it, it's not too noticeable. And then his signature shoulder pauldron, for those fans of Final Fantasy, it is a softer rubber, so it can go up, so you can bring his arm up and it doesn't hinder it too much. These pieces, be careful, they are soft and they can move, but they are stiff enough to, I think if you try a little bit too hard, it will pop off, I believe. Oh yeah, right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is attached to the scarf piece. So it is somewhat somewhat articulated, but it doesn't stay up too much. Moving towards his body, it has a navy blue like t-shirt, or like I guess tank top underneath, with some brown accessories. Like here you see a silver belt buckle. It's like, I guess, like a leather pouch or leather patch. And then his his right arm, his right arm has nice detailing with the black, I think, like, I guess kind of glove-ish, or I guess forearm band. And then he has, for his right hand, just a standard brown glove. And then his left arm here has has a little bit more detailing. It has like this bicep accessory. It's like a little clasp thing that I guess is supposed to mimic metal. And then his forearm has that gauntlet type looking thing. I honestly don't really remember what it is, but if you guys know, please feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And then his left hand is gloved with some spikes, with some gold spikes. It's nice detailing, and then you can see black kind of seeping throughout where the fingers would come off. Moving down to the lower half, the hip area, so you can see he has a like copious amount of belts. He does have like the brown leather strap belt, and then 2 black belts going all the way around with some nice detailing on it, like some studs, some silver buckles. He has this guard for his left, or his right, my mistake, sorry. It's just how it's oriented with me. It has a right, I guess, guard for his thigh. It's painted in a matte silver color with some navy blue towards the bottom. I think it's pretty cool. Like, Bring Arts is known to have a lot of nice detail, so you know, what can you expect? It's pretty nice. And then he also has another buckle on his left thigh right here, his upper thigh. His pants, I love the shading on it. Let me zoom out just a tiny bit. His shading is very nicely placed. It's pretty much a black wash throughout, on top of like navy dark blue jeans. I don't know if this is me or if I'm just seeing this wrong, but if you guys can let me know, the articulation for the knees, one looks higher than the other. It could be wrong, but I don't know. To me, it kind of looks like one is higher than the other, but I don't know. I could be wrong. And then moving down to the calf areas, he has 2 sets of buckles on either leg. There you go. So one here, it is crisscrossing with the buckle facing inward, and then on his left leg, it's same thing, crisscross with the buckles facing inward as well. And then he just has typical boots, like Final Fantasy, like definitely design inspired boots. So has buckle around, and then a little zipper right there where it goes off the top as well. That's seeping up off the top. He has a cut right in the middle. I don't know 100% if that's supposed to be an articulation point, but it doesn't really look like it, because the bottom where the tread is, it looks pretty solid, and there's no real articulation points over there. But yeah, the boots look very good. Like overall, like the overall aspect of this figure, like detailing, is crazy. It's pretty stunning. And for articulation, like I said before, for his head, he has a peg on the neck and a peg on the bottom of the head, so it moves independently, so it can go side to side like that. His wing goes up and down, and then it has a forward swivel that goes far that much. His scarf goes up and down, but not so much forward swivel, just very tiny bit. For his arms, it can go up to about 90, like that. He has bicep swivel on both arms, single jointed elbows, and a peg that sticks into the hand, so it can go down a very good amount, like that, and then it can tilt side to side like that. So, and then for you curious, that's how far it can go on the left arm because of the shoulder pauldron, so it kind of hinders it a tiny bit. For the waist, it can go side to side from the bottom here. For the top cut here, it does have some articulation, I think I just have to loosen mine up a bit, but it is a bit hard, so I can't get as full range of motion as I would like. And then for his legs, his hips go up that much. Surprisingly, with the leg guard right there, he can still go pretty much full 90, can kick up that much, not so much actually, but you can go back pretty far. And then he has single jointed knees, but it can go up like that to pretty much a little past 90. And then for this one, for some reason, I seriously think the knee joints are not the same height, because this thing can go way past 90. And then a swivel on the boots right here, as well as it can go down that much, can go up that much, and then it has a good amount of ankle rocker pivot. So starting with the accessories, with his hands, with his right hand, he has a closed fisted hand, an open relaxed hand, and his sword gripping hand. And then for his left hand with the glove with the spikes, he has a closed fisted hand, an open relaxed hand, and an open clawing grabbing type hand, or like an action hand. He also has this piece right here, which is the other part of his scarf. It has a lot of nice dark shading in the inside as well as the outside as well. It does go where his wing would be. So showing you guys how it works, just slowly pop that off right there. You can see the ball joint, and then you just line it up inside and plug it in right there. So it looks kind of like a cape if you really think about it. And then his final accessory, which I think is his best accessory, it is his infamous Buster Sword. How it looks in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, where it is, I guess, wrapped with his cloth, has a nice end piece right here. It's not articulated, so it doesn't really move around. His handle is a maroon-ish color with some texture to it, silver at the bottom, and then silver right here at the hilt, I think. Yes, hilt. It is called a hilt. And then for those familiar with the Final Fantasy VII game, his Buster Sword has 2 holes right here for his materia. I'm not 100% sure if they're supposed to be spaced that far, or maybe it's just the design of how the wraps are. But, you know, it's cool. I stick with it. Has a little different shading of gray for like the sharper part of his sword right here, and then a darker gray on the rest of the body. And then the wraps are nicely detailed. They have some type of shading to it, some type of texture, which is nice like that. Hopefully you guys can see. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. But yeah, overall, this sword is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite accessory pieces to come with any figure, period. And then you can see I switched his hand right there. Can go ahead and pop it on real quick. There you go. Remember, always be careful when you're popping stuff on, because stuff can break. And he holds it very well, actually. You know, it holds it up like that decently well. And then, you know, there are times like that where he doesn't hold it all too well. But it doesn't really hinder the weight. It doesn't make him like heavy and lean to one side. Go ahead and zoom out for you. There you go. So yeah, he doesn't make him too top heavy on his right side. Doesn't make him fall or anything. So I think that is pretty cool. So you can get him in some decent amount of poses without worrying about the weight of the blade. And then, as you can see right here, his iconic sword holding pose from when he fights. Damn, this figure is pretty beautiful, not gonna lie. Now, height comparison wise, this is how he looks next to the Mezco 112 Collective Clown Prince of Crime Joker, the SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Mark 85 Iron Man, the Marvel Legends Rogue, the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan God Vegeta, the Figma Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works Saber, and last but not least, the other Bring Arts figure in my collection, the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Kingdom Hearts game, the first one, Sora is a decent amount size shorter than Cloud, but here it looks like he has about, I want to say, an inch or two, probably right here. No, that two inches is too much. So an inch shorter than Cloud, but for the most part, you can definitely make it work if you guys are posing him together and trying to create certain scenes. Alright guys, and that's gonna take care of that. This is my quick, simple review of the Bring Arts Final Fantasy Cloud Strife Another Form version. This thing is a home run. Personally, if I were to give this thing a rating, I would honestly give it a 9.5 out of 10. Very, very perfect. Comes with a stand, comes with some accessories, the necessary accessories at least, with his scarf, the alternate scarf piece where you can take off his wing, his buster sword. I wish he had a left gripping hand for the sword, but you know, that's not even anything too major. So yeah, please let me know what you guys think. If you guys did enjoy the video, please let me know down below in the comments. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you have not subscribed yet, please let me know what you guys think if you guys are planning on picking up this figure. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.